Hello, I'm BrigantiaBlackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Saturday, and welcome to this week's Loki video installment. Sort of. We're really going to be talking about Sleipner, son of Loki. Now, if you've been following this series, you know that, as we discussed in prior videos, Sleipner is one of the sons of Loki's, but he is an 8-legged horse that was conceived during the adventure in which Loki had to prevent a giant from finishing rebuilding the walls of Asgard on time. Because if the giant had finished the job on time, the gods would have had to surrender the sun, the moon, and the goddesses Freya hand in marriage. Nobody wanted that. So Loki transformed himself into a mare. He distracted the giant's horse, and then as a consequence, the walls weren't finished in time and all was well, at least as far as the gods were concerned. But there was also the highly unexpected consequence of Loki having coupled with the horse that was chasing him, and he ultimately gave birth to a foal, named him Sleipner, and then this horse was gifted to Odin. Notably, Sleipner was able to travel the 9 realms freely, and he could roam Yggdrasil at will. Not only was he Odin's prized steed, but whenever the gods needed to travel somewhere difficult to get to, Sleipner was able to take them from here to there. This horse is known for his great strength and his great speed. He's fearless, and not only can he travel on the land, but he can also fly through the air and swim through the water without any kind of problem whatsoever. Even the realm of the dead is not out of Sleipner's reach, and he was able to safely bring the gods into and out of Hell's realm. And I have read stories in which it said that the gods who survive Ragnarok are carried away to Yggdrasil by Sleipner, and then they emerge with him into the recreated world after the dust settles. So that's an interesting note as well. It's interesting to me that one of Loki's sons has such a strong associations with roaming at will and serving not only as a mode of transport, but also as a de facto guide and guardian through realms of dubious safety. Now, Sleipner's horse father, while he was the mount of a giant, was still a horse. So all of the extraordinary qualities that Sleipner possessed must have been inherited from Loki. It's been observed that all of Loki's children have some kind of association with death, and Sleipner is no exception. But his natural landscape seems to be liminal spaces, thresholds, and being able to cross them. Loki seems to have little difficulty going wherever he wishes to go, and if there isn't an obvious route, he will transform himself or he will transform his circumstances and just create a path. But Odin is different. For all of his travels, Odin relies heavily on various animals to help him along, and I think gifting Sleipner to Odin was a means of enabling the Allfather to easily travel wherever he wished to go. And as I've researched more about journeying in Norse practice, Sleipner comes up over and over again as a being who can be called to for aid, guidance, and for protection as you are roaming the realms. And the other day, I was watching another video. I think it was the Norse Magic and Beliefs channel on YouTube. I've been doing a lot of research, so don't quote me on that, but that would be a place to begin. But in this video, it was suggested that Sleipner may actually play a role in ferrying the dead, so that they can cross the gates of hell and get sorted into their afterlife destination from there. That's a very interesting detail for me. And I've yet to read a word against Sleipner or anyone relating an experience that has something to do with Sleipner that wasn't favorable or a good experience. So this puts me in mind that, if you die and you do encounter Sleipner, that this isn't going to be a fearful thing. You'll get to where you need to go and you will arrive as a whole spirit and he'll look after you. And enabling transformation. That is a very Lokian trait. So it makes sense that Sleipner would have gotten some manifestation of that trait from Loki. And I think possibly this idea of him ferrying the dead, or at least some of the dead, from here to there, I think that is enabling a form of transformation, because you're going from that transition from being a being of spirit and flesh to just being a being of spirit. I think this is something worth further exploration, and I think that getting to know Loki as a god better and better, this will also involve getting to know his family and figuring out how everyone fits in on the grander scheme of things, as well as peeling back the symbolic layers of everyone involved. So we will see how this progresses. So let me know what you think in the comments section below. Do you have any experience with Sleipner yourself? Have you encountered him in any sense of the term? And if so, what was it like? And if you're trying to, how's that going? And do you have any handy tips? Let me know either here or you can come see us on Discord at Blackbird's Brew. There's a link to join in the description box below, and I would be all ears to hear about your experiences. But I think that's where we'll leave it for today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.